When Clara and I are working together, we are looking at all sorts of different values on the landscape to hopefully ensure better stewardship in the future and have a better relationship with First Nations, and in this case, Nākāzli. My job is to determine what impacts may occur to First Nations from any particular natural resource authorization, and then work with First Nations to get a better understanding of those impacts.
We've done a lot of traditional use studies within the territory, so we know where people pick berries, we know where people go fish, we know where their hunting areas are. So we look at everything that would affect any of our traditional ways of life.
Compared to some other staff, we're not just working on just water, just lands, just trees, that we have conversations that encompass all of those values together.
Mm-hmm.
Number one would be cultural competency is a very good skill to have, and cultural adaptation, communication skills as well, because that's the majority of my job is communications internally, externally, with industry, and so being adaptable in your communication style is key as well. I get a lot of files. We're in the Northeast, so it's a huge land base that we take care of.
It's being able to work with people, listen to their issues and challenges, being able to help them parse apart what the nature of the problem is. Conflict resolution, some of those skills, working with people has been a biggest part of this job, and one of the biggest strengths that you really have to bring to the role as manager of First Nations relations. You really have to come to grips with what it means for you to be a public servant. For me, it really is that implementation of what the public wants to see, and working with honor and kind of integrity.
A good day for me is getting really awesome thick files where you actually go through and you learn something new, and you learn about administrative law or a different policy, and you actually get to use that knowledge to better assess rights and talk about them with First Nations. If First Nations say, we don't like where you're going to put this, we need to understand why. So it could be a burial site or a migration route, which we need to be aware of with them. So asking those right questions to get the answer helps our case a lot more with the decision maker.